Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Nordic Takedown podcast. My name is Jason, the Captain Kirk, and I'm here with my good friend, the Norwegian with friends, Jonah.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Right now, honestly, a bit exhausted, but that's how life could be sometimes.
Yeah, I'm feeling you. And why exactly are you exhausted?
I just came home, crashed from moving. I've moved, as you maybe know, from Trondheim to the Oslo area, but now I'm moving into my own flat. So that takes some work and going up and stairs and here and there with furniture and all.
Oh,
Yeah,
moving in that apartment is insane.
yeah.
Like it's, it says what floor is your apartment on?
It's just on the second floor, so it
Second.
could be way worse.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
had to pick up different stuff from different places, and I'm buying all my furniture secondhand,
Yeah.
which also is a lot of work because I have to drive everywhere and pick stuff up.
Yep.
But it's fun.
Yep.
I
Yep.
like
Yep.
it.
Yep. 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 Exactly. Secondhand furniture is amazing as well. We've got quite a bit of it ourselves. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
But I'm feeling you, man. I am feeling you because we've also just completed the move from Quivda to Värnamo. So for those Swedes there, I'm now a small ending. So it's like a new language here. I thought Skånska was bad, but it's like just trying to learn a new language here with people that can't pronounce their R's. But I knew about that already because my wife's family is from Smallland, so yeah. But it actually takes so much effort and energy, and you've got to be like so much focus on all the stuff that's going on because time. You've only got a certain amount of time. People helping you move stuff.
Yeah, a lot of organizing.
And yeah, exactly. And there's the kind of the emotional side as well, just like upping
Yeah,
and moving into another side as well, which just
yeah. I
takes. And I
can't
mean,
imagine how much work like a house. Damn, I don't
yeah,
have that much stuff,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Which is why this episode is not going to be like every other Star Wars Unlimited podcast at the moment, which is going to be talking about the Galactics,
Yeah.
because we are going to be saving that until next week.
Yes.
Because basically, I'm still trying to catch up on a lot of the games that are happening. I've been moving, I've been cutting down a hedge, etc., renovations. You've been moving, so we're going to focus on the fun stuff, which is Secrets of Power and the new rules and the news that came out of the Galactics. Because next week, Jonah, do you want to announce what's going on next week?
Oh yeah. So as you maybe
It's a big news. It's big
know,
news.
Victor and Adam have both been traveling, and we're kind of waiting for them to get back home to talk about their adventure in the US. But we will also have the first ever champion of
Galactic champion.
and a European. If you haven't noticed, Beton from Poland and Team Enigma, the Soup Racer on YouTube, will be joining us next week on the podcast. I think it will be Adam, Beton, and I talking about their experience there. Of course, picking their brains about the deck and how the event was and winning the whole thing. So that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Adam popped in and chatted to us just before we started recording and planning this episode, and he was exhausted from spending a week in the US. I'm not sure if it's because of playing, the jet lag, or everything else that's going on in the US at the moment. I know that would exhaust me, but with this is not a political podcast. We're going to move on nice and swiftly with that one. But it was exciting. It was a very exciting to have the first Galactics for, I guess, season 0. We're moving on to season 1 actually as of this weekend.
Yeah.
But I am still catching up on that. I haven't finished watching even the final yet because of everything that's been going on. However, it was quite exciting because I met up with Adam a few weeks ago in Herna. Herna is an island there, so we were there for a conference with our families, and so we met up one morning to play. And he was playing the deck, the Enigma deck, and so I knew what the deck that the Enigma guys were all taking because working on there, and I played a Kylo Ren red deck because I pulled a Kylo Ren showcase,
What?
which was quite crazy. So actually, that whole final matchup, Adam and I were playing beforehand. Obviously, the deck, the Kylo Ren deck that Ian played was better and a little bit more tuned than my Kylo Ren red deck because I put it together the night before. But it was it was a fun.
Were you on
matchup.
Tarkin Town too?
Actually, it wasn't on Tarkin Town.
Okay.
I went with actually a just a straight red 30 base
Yeah.
because it wasn't using the Force so much, and I just wanted the
But
health.
that's crazy. Like,
which was really cool. So we knew what was going to happen before everyone else knew what was going to happen.
Nice.
But it was. I think it is a tough matchup. I will say this, even though we're not talking about the Galactic Championships, it is a tough matchup for the Kylo Ren against that, because those -1s and all Talton's assassins and etc doing the -3s, they really affect any board state that you're trying to get. I found.
By the way,
so
have you been on talking about like your pack opening and stuff after Legends of the Force?
My own pack opening?
No, just on the podcast in general after Legends of the Force.
I actually haven't, because we're moving and everything. Like,
did you go to any events? Or did you just
I actually haven't been on a podcast since I kind of started as well. So we should definitely cover that. No, I did go to the pre-release, and the pre-release it was like the day after we got the keys to the new house. So, and opening all the boxes, it was like I was opening packs while I was packing other boxes, and so that we could be ready to move. But the first pack that I opened of the 3 boxes I bought was my Kylo Ren showcase, and I was just like, oh man, the chase so long of actually getting a showcase in. But yes, I did get an Akbar one, but this time I got a showcase that was, I guess, meta, or one of the leaders that people sought after. Whereas Akbar, it became good.
Yeah,
you could say.
But I would almost say the same for Kylo Ren, actually, because in the beginning people were, okay, maybe you can play in green.
It took longer for Akbar to be a bit to be
but
relevant.
the Buffnons, they really innovated with that one.
Yeah, no, they did. But to think back, it was like so long ago. It was like 4 weeks ago now, my pre-release. But I actually ran my pre-release. Actually, I think it was the top table, the top 8 by the last round. It was all Obi-Wan Kenobis. But actually, I think, what did I even go with? I actually went with Kane and Jarrus. I did my 2 deck thing this time, actually, again.
Yeah.
So I actually got a red Kane and Jarrus, which I should have stayed with for the day, because I won the first game, I lost the second game and I should have done with that, but I actually moved on to a Grand Inquisitor green, which didn't work. And then there was also, what was the other red? There was a green. I went green with a yellow base as the other one. That was it. Was it the new Palpatine?
There's not a new Palpatine leader.
No, Snoke. Sorry, it was a Snoke. It was a Snoke. Snoke yellow, which was a lot of fun to play. I still lost with it, but I quite enjoyed the Snoke yellow and what that kind of stuff was doing. So maybe something a little bit to explore later on. But I think over the day I went. Did I go 3 and 2 or 2 and 3 or something? But it wasn't. The pre-releases for me isn't about being the best and being on the top table. It's exploring the game and exploring the new cards. It was the only one I could go to. But we had 33 at Manatorsk for
really
for a pre-release, which is really, really cool. So
that's big.
There's a lot of, we had players coming in from, we had Ponkas and is it Yuan, his friend, who came up from Kalmar. We had some guys coming down from Västerås. So people travel down to and hopefully in the middle week of October, everyone is going to be doing the same thing because Manatorsk have Sweden's PQ.
Let's go.
Which is huge, and really, really pleased for them.
Yeah, and that's kind of bridging us over to all of the news, right? Because season 1 is live. Like, we've had some PQs starting already.
Yeah. the first PQ events were today, this evening on Friday. This is Friday night. We're a day late because of all the craziness. But now we're in season 1.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like you can go on starsunlimited.com/leaderboard and actually follow players now because they are getting points from going to these events. And
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where. It's probably some article on the
I've got
page.
the
You can
article here
see
if we want to
the
point break
points.
down. Yeah. So
But
PQ, a champion for a PQ gets 100 points. A finalist will get 35 points. Top 4 players get 25 points each, and top 8 players get 15 points each.
yeah, and with this, I think they also announced that, like season 0, PQ winners will get a day 1 buy because the threshold to get a day 1 buy is 100 points. So now you can also get it by going to a lot of PQs and just being a finalist 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Or 3 times is enough. Yeah.
Sorry, did you say so the invitation is from 100 points
Oh,
for the next Galactics? I'm not sure. Have they announced what
that's true.
how
Yeah.
many points you have to get?
Yeah, it's probably that then.
To be
Oh wait.
to be able to get that, because that's quite interesting. Actually, how many points? Yeah, if you learn at least 100 QPs, I say qualifying points, across all the competitive events you attend, then you'll have earned yourself an invitation to the Galactic Championship main tournament.
Yeah.
Which means you only need to top 8 at. Let's do quick math here. 7. If you top 8 at 7 PQs over the year, you get your Galactic invitations. Easy, right?
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
I guess the harder thing is to attend them.
Yeah, exactly. Getting around to so many PQs. I haven't attended that many PQs in season 0, but if you're committed, then it's possible to get to get there.
Yeah, and I think there will be more PQs. I'm not sure of the actual count of season 0, but if I'm reading the chart correctly here, it looks like there will be 510 PQs.
Yes,
for season 1,
which I think is double what there was last time.
Okay.
Actually, so they are up in the amounts through season 0. They see how many events were needed.
Yeah.
The game has got a higher profile. So yeah, it's going well. Actually, to do that.
Also, super excited to see we will have 3 regionals and 9 sectors.
Yeah. More in Europe, yeah.
Are they announced?
That's what we want to see. I mean, hopefully, no. Obviously, if there's 3 regionals and 9 sectors, like they've upped the amount, there should be more, at least more sectors in Europe.
Yeah.
We would hope anyway.
And on the topic of you European listeners, we are a bit sad to announce that Galactic Championship of season 1 will also find its place in Las Vegas, July 24th to 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the same venue. Not sure.
Yeah, I think it would be the same venue, which is a bit of a shame, but it's the second one. It's the season 1. I guess it would have been nicer to have it in Europe, but it's easier for them to do it, I guess.
Yeah. It makes sense, but since you're probably going to hear in next week's episode, and if you follow the news also, there's been some kind of complaints about some stuff about Galactics, like queuing and stuff, but I guess it was not because of Vegas. Like those things can get sorted out, like having multiple prize walls, other structuring, organizing stuff differently. But yeah, that's at least what's up for next season. But there were plenty other news. First of all, no balance changes. Like a lot of people were going into the Galactics really thinking that force throw is going to be very dominant and then it will get banned very quickly. But if you are playing for PQs soon, don't worry, there won't be any balance changes yet, and I don't know if they have announced another stream where they will talk about this. I don't think they have.
No, I haven't seen that either, actually. So I think we're safe.
Yeah.
For now. So we can go ahead and enjoy that, of course. But obviously, Force Throw is a strong card. But there are more workarounds, play arounds for Force Throw than the Django shenanigans that we had beforehand.
Yeah, and that's something I thought was extra cool with the new innovative Kylo Tarkitan deck. It's like it plays so many cheap cards. So Force Throw is gonna ping for not much, and it wants upgrades in the discard pile, so Kylo can get them back on deploy. And it even plays cards like Migs Mayfield that deal damage when discarded. So like there were so many cool things you could see on stream, and it really felt like they had predicted the meta well.
Yeah, exactly. That Migs is a really, really fun card, and that was actually straight into that my version of the color deck, actually, because of that. But yeah, no, that's I'm quite glad that they're not banning so much so quickly. Like every time people complain about a card, that you get another ban. Because then I think it just gets really, really crazy. They have to look at the data. They have to see the data that actually things aren't going well. With Boba, with Django, they waited. They saw the data. They took their time to make a decision, and they I think they made a timely decision there as well. So actually, banning and suspensions, actually, they've done quite a good job. I think the designers here.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was so much news. We also have finally gotten new set names.
Right? Yes, we have. We have as well. And what are those names?
So we have A Lawless Time, which will be set 7. Right? Because we are on Legend of the Force at 5. Secrets of Power, we will get to.
Secrets of Power, yep.
And then we have A Lawless Time, Ashes of the Empire, and Home Worlds.
Yep. And then don't forget, when A Lawless Time is released, the first 3 sets get rotated out.
Oh, yeah.
So the 2026, I guess, premium or allowed sets would be Jumps Light Speed, Legends of the Force, Secrets of Power, then A Lawless Time, Ashes of the Empire, and Homeworlds. So Ashes of the Empire and Homeworlds were the other 2, of course, but that's quite exciting to see.
That's going to be so interesting.
Look like as well. So A Lawless Time, let's have a little bit of speculation over these. What do you think? A Lawless Time, we're thinking what, Underworld?
Yeah, maybe we will get a bit back to Bounty Hunter shenanigans.
Because we'll be losing Shadows of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yep, and so we'll maybe get some reprints of some of those
maybe
cards
some of those
coming out, and some, reworking some of there as well. Maybe Smuggle coming back into it.
Yeah, so far I feel like the set mechanics, they haven't printed them in other sets, right? So I don't think we will see Smuggle return because of that soon. But we do have a new mechanic that's very similar now. Which we will get to
we do. Yes, exactly. No, we do. But I think when a set leaves with that, they might then bring it back in, because Smuggle is actually quite effective on the right cards.
Yeah.
I actually grew into it quite a bit, but having been able to smuggle some cards in, especially in later sets, was quite powerful. Yeah.
I love Smuggle. I hope we'll get more Smuggle cards. It's just so far, I feel like we haven't seen them reuse the set mechanics.
No, and I don't think they'll reuse it in a. I think they reuse it in a big enough gap between the sets.
Yeah, with the rotation.
for the rotation to actually have some effect there as well. Yeah, but Ashes of the Empire. What do we think? Just a quick.
Oh, that could be really cool. Like, stormtrooper, kind of branch off, like Imperial stuff you recognize, but that have gone more rogue and like independent and like remnants of stuff.
True. Yeah. You've also got The Mandalorian was set post Empire as well.
Exactly.
Because
And
you had all that stuff, the
Ahsoka
Mandalorian
series.
stuff coming back in. Yeah. Exactly. So the Ahsoka one, the Mandalorian stuff, where you see that as well. You see Thrawn coming back with all the stormtroopers kind of patched up and everything as well. Cool. Another Thrawn and the that would be,
we could get definitely some. We already got the Enoch guy, but maybe we get some more like zombie troopers and stuff.
Yeah. And the little animals that Ezra befriended because he befriends little animals. That's just who he is.
Oh yeah, those turtle looking.
Yeah, the stone.
I'm really looking forward to Ahsoka season 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be so.
That's
good.
around the corner, I think.
Insane. Yeah. And then we have Homeworlds.
Maybe they will just do like a really original spin when they just say like, okay, we're exploring these different planets and just focusing it on kind of tribal themes. We have this specific world where they're like Earth looking creatures, and this world is different, like focusing it more on these styles. That's at least one idea I'm getting.
Yeah. Could be a Tatooine based set, and you wouldn't have Darth Vader because he hates sand, or Anakin. But then you got you got the bit of green there. I don't know. It'd be quite interesting to see some.
In the logo, it looks like there's like fire and green.
Yeah, sand and trees and stuff. I don't know that the Homeworlds. I'm not really sure just yet as well. But you have one sun there.
Maybe we could get a new mechanic with like planets or worlds.
Yeah.
Some special cards that are like sideways, that have maybe HP on them, so you have to attack them. I don't know.
There we go. Well, there's our speculation, at least, for that one at a glance at this first one as well. Then other news. What have we got? Can we talk about secrets yet? Or
I think one thing that I remembered, but I don't have in front of me, is that there has been a rules change. I think Pontus probably covered this in the
yes.
But, for Top Cut, you can now get the initiative if you have better seeding, I think.
Yeah, if you the highest seed in Top Cut chooses the initiative.
That's good, I think.
So that's the advantage. You won't have to roll when you're in Top Cuts.
Yeah.
If you're the highest seed, then you will
initiative.
You choose who has the initiative as if you won the roll.
Yeah.
The dice roll, which is a big advantage actually.
Like there are a few decks who don't really care about initiative, but the vast majority is impacted by this.
Yeah.
So
I mean, some of the really big meta decks, Quinlan, for example, you care whether you go first or not.
Yeah.
Aggro matchups. Normally, a lot of the time, it's the who starts the initiative wins. For example, because you just know who can slap you around the face quicker.
Yeah.
So that is a rules change, which is something to note going into your PQs for season 1 from this weekend.
That's really cool
as well, which is great. Then we have Scandinavian PQs. Obviously, we've said that the Sweden one is at Manatorsk. Do you have the Denmark and
I have
other dates there?
Yes. So Oslo has gotten another one the 6th of September. It's at Outland, one of the bigger, like, probably, yeah, definitely the biggest nerd store in Norway.
Nice.
Like this
Is
the
that
biggest
in
chain
Oslo?
and the
Yeah.
biggest store of that chain.
Yeah. Okay.
But they haven't had the PQ so far, so that's cool. And then in Denmark, let me see. That is in Odense. Again, Farao Cigarer, like the first
Nice.
one. I'm not sure where Odense is. If
It's a
that's...
little bit off towards...
Yeah, because we saw a very big decrease last time it was outside of Copenhagen. So I hope it's not too far. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's too far, but we'll see if people travel for it. It's probably a bit harder to reach.
Yeah, and what was the date for that?
That's the 17th of August. So in a
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So in August we have Denmark. Oslo is in September on the 6th, and then October 18th is at Malatorsk in Kovda.
Nice.
And they're actually planning to do a big weekend thing with that as well. It's like a bigger kind of celebration thing there. So that could be something to definitely get involved in as well. But before you do any of that, we have Malmo Game Week.
Oh, yeah.
Which
if you
is
haven't
the
gotten your tickets
second
yet,
Swoo Open.
You know what you have to do. Like, this event is going to be amazing. There are so many reasons to go. Like, the community is working so hard to put this stuff together, and it really is community driven. It's like we have an amazing judge team now, super international.
Yeah.
So many great judges.
Like 7 or 8 judges or something crazy like that. Like, Matthias has worked really hard to get those judges together.
And then, as you know, the pricing, right?
Yeah, pricing is crazy. It's like 10,000 crowns worth of pricing or something around those figures. And then we have an exclusive playmat, which we've been hard designing.
Yeah, pretty sure it was
as well.
10,000 euros, actually.
Is it 10,000 euros? Sorry.
Yeah, and as you said, participation playmat. Like, you almost get your money back just for the playmat, just for showing up.
Yeah, exactly. And it is sweet, if we don't mind saying so ourselves.
The pricing is not only top heavy, it's going to be a lot of raffles, a lot for just placing like in the upper side. And there's a best of the rest tournament.
Yeah. Side events on day, side of it, best of the rest, and other side events possibilities on day 2.
And what people need to understand is, like, the ticket just to go to Malmö Game Week for the weekend is like over half the price of what we're paying, and we're getting that. It's like you can, if you're sick of playing a game, you can go and actually enjoy like the whole convention.
Yeah,
like
and the event itself last time was brilliant. Like I didn't get much time to actually go around and have a look, but with the things I did see when going around as well, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, there's going to be so many like card shops, other nerdy stuff, gaming oriented. You know the gist.
Yeah. So lots to do, lots to think about. Definitely go down and book those tickets, because that's going to be a really, really big event. Unfortunately, you can't get qualifying points this time round, but hopefully next year they can do that as well. But as with the Fan Affinity, everyone are getting involved as well, and we are streaming it. So I'm casting day 1 with some guests, which I'm trying to line up. And then Jonah and or Victor will be getting involved in day 2 to help me along as well, to get day 2 streamed and cast as well. So I'm giving up playing to be able to cast this properly, and the casting is going to be better than we did last year. And actually last year I felt like it went pretty well. So and actually I've spoken to Specky, who might come over for a game actually to help me on day 1 to cast a game with me. We'll see what other casters we can get involved actually on day 1 from a distance, and it'll be really good fun. Lots of stuff to be excited about there, and I think we're at 79 sold tickets as well, so we're gonna hit over 100.
Definitely will be more players than last year, and I do also think we will get easily over 100 players.
Yep, exactly. So,
and who knows, maybe people will actually wake up from their summer hibernation and realize, okay, I need to get my ticket now.
Yep, definitely, exactly. But we are going to be looking even further forward because I'm not sure what the release date is yet for Secrets of Power, but sometime in October, beginning of November, we are looking at Secrets of Power, which is the 6th set, and we got some spoilers. We got some cards already that were shown at the Galactic Championships.
The spotlight decks, right? That's usually what they show first.
Yep.
Just
exactly.
before we move on to that, I forgot to mention, since we have to acknowledge Finland is a part of the northern.
It's more Scandinavia rather than Nordics, but we love the Finns anyway.
Yeah, and their PQ is at Kevin's Hobby Shop. What is Kevin doing there? September 20th.
I mean, Kevin is he's kind of won enough now that he's able to open his own hobby shop
of Finnish heritage, so it makes sense.
Yeah. And what date was that?
20th of September.
20th September. There we go. So the Scandinavian Nordics have got you covered through there as well. But spotlight decks as well. We have Chancellor Palpatine, a new Palpatine, and we have a new Padme Amidala for the spotlight decks. And with Secrets of Power as well, we have some new mechanics and keywords.
Oh, yeah.
Which we're going to kind of be exploring a little bit and talking about some of these cards that are going on. I'm also really pleased we got a new Jar Jar Binks card. Me so really happy. I will never do that again, I promise.
He has some secrets about his power, at least.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, his undertext there is Misa propose, which is I think quite funny. So I did promise, and I broke that promise straight away. But that's fine. So Chancellor Pipe. So we've got plot as one thing, which worked a little bit like Smuggle did. And we could talk about it in a minute. And then we also have, actually, it's not a keyword, but it's definitely a mechanic, which is called disclose.
Yep.
So should we talk about Palpatine?
Yep.
First, because that's the first one that comes up on the screen when we look in here. Actually, Chancellor Palpatine, when he's a leader, he's villainy and vigilance. And so he has an action, pay 1 and exhaust. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for a card with plot, reveal it and draw it. And then obviously put the other cards on the bottom of your deck in random order. And then as the leader unit, when deployed, the next card you play using plot this phase costs 3 less. Now, plot, what happens when you plot is that you can, just like Smuggle, you can play a card with plot when you deploy your leader. You can play the cards with plot at that time, paying the cost of the cards. And so actually when Chancellor Palpatine is deployed, that plot that first plot card you play costs 3 less. So and I don't think it's like when it's not when you it's I think it's the turn you're deploying. I think with the normal plot thing, it's not like, or is it how Kylo Ren works now, where you are playing? So it's still in the same action as Kylo Ren works now. When you deploy him, you can then play the cards from your discard, from your resources even. So it's like Kylo Ren, but you're playing from your resources, and then you're replacing the card from the top of your deck, as you did with Smuggle. So obviously the deployment thing, Palpatine is getting 3 less. So basically it's more or less a free, depending on the plot card.
Yeah.
It's a free card. It's a free card.
Really cool. Like, it enables you to play cards for a total of 10 costs on your deploy turn, because it deploys on 7. and you get a
Yeah.
3 cost reduction as long as you have
Mhm.
plot cards to play, which you probably do because his ability lets you find them.
Yep, exactly. And if we look at some of the plot cards that we have been given, we have a Cad Bane, which is 5 cost, 4 power, 5 health. When played, you may defeat a unit with 2 or less remaining HP, and he has plot, so you can, bring out Palpatine and then defeat a unit, and you have a 4 or 5 on board as well.
Oh yeah.
We've also got Armor of Fortune, which is a 0/3 upgrade with plot, which costs 2. So that your 6/8 could become a 6/11.
And I think that
insane.
card is super interesting. Like Alan in the Oslo community, he's notorious for playing Pow City, like the base that gives your leader 1 extra health. Because he was like, yeah, it's so good to give your leader extra health. You can get past these pivotal points. But now we have a plot card, that basically lets you give any leader +3 health. Because as long as you have Armor of Fortune in your resources, when you deploy, you can immediately put this upgrade on your leader.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah, super, super cool. I think that's going to see play in a lot of decks, a lot of control decks. I think,
especially great for stuff like Obi-Wan, the first one that has Sentinel.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And as I've mentioned before many times, making Chewbacca stronger. I'm not giving up on him until he rotates out. Other plot cards we have Jar Jar Binks, Meet Up Propose. He's a plot. He's a 2 cost 2/1. When played, you may give another friendly unit +2/+2 for this phrase, which obviously you're giving your leader the +2/+2.
Yeah, in many cases, yeah.
In all cases, which there, and then we also have an event which works with plot. When has become now. Really lovely artwork with Tarkin and
cow kites.
Yeah,
cow kites. Unstable raw cow kites. Director Krennic.
Yeah, Krennic and Tarkin there.
Synthetic
play and then because obviously plot only allows you to play you in the normal rules of the game. You can only play plot during the deployment of your leader.
When you deploy a leader, yeah.
So when you deploy the leader, when you play when has become now says play a card with plot from your resources. So you're basically, your plots become smuggles.
Yeah.
But the cost of plot is always the cost of the card. Yeah. You're not paying extra for that.
Kind of a bit better than smuggle. But I do think we might see some cards that say like, if you play this, if you plotted this card, you do something, and that could be ready a couple of resources. So like it could be even cheaper if you plot it, or something similar to those lines. But you need to mention this. When you deploy a leader, means this is probably really good in Twin Suns, because you're gonna probably deploy twice, and we might see more leaders that can deploy multiple times, like we have with Trench. I think, is that the only one, or do we have? Yeah,
that Trench is.
No, that's not.
Poe isn't deploying. He's coming out and being a pilot on different things. Yeah. Whereas Trench is the only one who's actually applying more. So maybe there's a Trench plot deck coming out. Trench using Jar Jar Binks, that could be. And actually, on the event, someone's put a picture up in the spoilers channels. Cadel Connix, which I think is the character that's played by the actress of Carrie Fisher's daughter in the prequel, the sequel trilogy. She's got plot. She's a 3/2 for 3 cost. When played, you may defeat all non-unique upgrades on a unit. That's a plot in heroic aggression.
Nice. Okay,
so we should be good. So that's plot. What does Padme do?
disclosing some information. So
Please
we
disclose.
have Padme. She's kind of the hero opposing Palpatine's evil schemes in the Senate. And she has kind of an effect that says when you reveal or discard one or more cards from your hand, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, deal 1 damage to a unit. So I think these effects that don't cost you an action or resources can be very good. For this, however, we will see how much support she gets. Like, because you need cards that actually reveal or discard stuff from your hand. She's a cunning heroism leader, Naboo Republic and official traits. She deploys on 6 resources and is a 3/8 and has the exact same ability when deployed. So moving on to the mechanic, which is called disclosing, and that is now one new way of revealing cards from your hand. So we, for instance, have Captain Typho, Naboo Republic trooper you've seen in the prequels, protecting Padme when he can. He's a 4-cost command heroism unit with 4 ground unit with 4 power and 5 health. He has Sentinel and says when this unit is attacked, you may disclose. And then behind disclose, we have some aspect symbols. So this is what could vary when disclosing. Because Typho says you may disclose command and heroism, which means you may show cards from your hand that have these aspects. So you could show multiple cards, one that has the command trait and one that has heroism, or one card that has both, I think. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think that's how it works. And then it has an if you do effect. So if you do disclose those aspects, you can heal 1 damage from your base.
So with Padme, you are healing a damage from your base, and then dealing 1 damage to a unit.
Yeah,
as a passive effect as well.
That's
because
pretty sweet.
Especially with Typho, is when this unit is attacked, so it's not even your turn, you're doing damage back to the opponent.
Yeah, so I think disclosing can be very nice and kind of a strong mechanic because it is a cost, so we will in general make some effects better. But the cost in many cases is not that bad. Like showing your opponents, okay, I have this. If you have a hand of multiple cards, that's usually fine. You're not necessarily telegraphing your plays and revealing all the information that's going to make your opponent be able to play around everything. And if you're playing at a high level in competitive settings, they probably know what to expect already. Like they probably know most of what's going on in the meta and stuff, unless you're bringing something really original. So then I feel like disclosing, if it gets printed on strong cards, will definitely see play. So,
yeah, it's definitely something to be. The nice thing I like about Padme as well is this effect isn't like it's not just for certain cards. Or is not like a just resistance that had the one that was before. It's one that I think a leader that will last for longer beyond this set as well. I think it's got a lot more potential than the previous Padme leader.
And maybe we will get some more self-discard stuff. That could be really, really cool because we do have leaders like Kylo Ren, which can utilize the discard pile. Like Trench also, doesn't he? Like have some more things in the game that actually utilize discard. Discard pile.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because it's an interesting point you make about the Kylo there, because I've actually got a couple of versions of Kylo that's using like Rey, and then another like heroic lightsabers, for example, and heroic things, just to be able to discard. But if they're stuck in my hand or start the game, I really need to get into my discard pile. Then I'm always looking for more ways to put this stuff in my discard, or just because you can't just discard cards in this game. So I'm really hoping that they will be a lot more. More things as well. Actually, like actually looking at Cyril Khan, 2/3 for 2 cost on attack. You may disclose red, 2 reds and a black. That's interesting because it's asking for 2 reds and a black.
Yep.
Reveal cards from your hand with these aspect icons among them. So actually, you need to disclose 2 aggression cards, or maybe a double aggression,
at least
and a
2
villainy,
cards.
etc. Yeah, exactly. If you do choose a unit, deal 2 damage to that unit unless its controller discards a card from their hand. So you can choose your own units, possibly for effects like that. I'm just saying, if there's going to be more stuff like that, there is going to be more opportunities to.
That's not giving you an upside though, but yeah, I get
to discard things there. But if you need to force the discard to do damage, there's hopefully we're going to see more of those effects here.
Yeah,
it's
going to be exciting to follow.
Yeah,
but
so it's a lot of really good, interesting stuff as well. And the tokens, we'll explain what we have new tokens this time as well.
The spy.
The spies, I don't think we have talked about those yet as well. Because I Am the Senate, for example, says create 5 spy tokens. Now, a spy of what we have been shown is a 0/2 token with raid 2.
That is definitely interesting. Like we've had the clone troopers and battle droids, but now the spy is probably valued more like a battle droid, like a 1/1, but it's effectively a 2/2 when you're attacking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but obviously the opponent doesn't take the damage, but you can upgrade it. It's another way of looking at trying to do that, but it doesn't do much more than it doesn't do spy things.
Not really, though. It's an official though.
Information. No,
like it's it has the official trait.
Yeah, true.
Interesting.
But a lot of things to do as to think about that as well, and I think it's going to be a while before we see more spoilers. But this is just a little taste of what we got. But we've still got a whole season of Legends of the Force to get through, and to focus on as well. But this is just some of the future excitement that we can look forward to in the game with the next set as well. Because the next 6 months, I think of. This game is going to be quite interesting as we kind of heading to the first rotation. So
definitely stay tuned for next week when we'll
exactly
Legends of the Force and Galactic.
Let's call it a night now because we're really tired, and this was a little bit longer than we planned to do, but it was always good to talk about this game, so that's what we're doing. Jonah, thank you very much for joining me tonight and powering through. As we know, we're the only 2 hosts in the country, while the others are enjoying, I think, lunch at this point in America. There, next week you'll be joined by Beton and
Adam
and yourself actually. Cool. Well, may the Force be with you all, and we'll see you next time.
See you. Bye.